All right, so moving on to this other section, here we have a submarine. Tiny one. I hope its name is not Titan. U-boat work. All right, should be safe, hopefully. But look at that, the seats that look so cute, so small, they look like child seats. That must be so cool though. Imagine being underwater, having a full vision on what's happening. Look at that, so that's a live demonstration of this small submarine. Oh, I'm assuming he's gonna dive now anytime soon. So here we have it, the live demonstration of this U-boat, which I'm assuming is going to dive anytime soon. It's quite cool that they can do this right here in the port. We forgot to close the hatch. Well, it seems like they're not going to dive for this demonstration, just having a drive around the port. So moving on. Hopefully we get to see some cool stuff down here as well. Sustainability hub. Well, let's see. Maybe we'll also find some interesting stuff. Oh wow, so that's cool. Look at that golf on board. So as you can see, we have a pool table here, and I can see a golf pitch over there on the picture. So what they do is that basically they create stabilizers, I'm assuming with gyroscopes, so that you can keep playing even though, of course, the vessel is oscillating. And look at that ball. Perfectly static. They're simulating the movements of the waves on the boat, and of course the gyroscope is activated. Wow, that's very cool. What else? Bed, telescope, wine and that. So they basically stabilize everything you may want to be stabilized on board. That's very cool. So that's a cool stand because it looks like the deck of a yacht. So it's one of the ways to stand out. Malta Ship Registry, of course, is not a company, it's the registry, the flag. But that's a cool way to do it. I'm gonna move on, but I'm not gonna film the whole thing unless you, I don't think you really want to see every single thing. So I'm just gonna stop filming and start again the moment I come across something worth it. So here we have something interesting, guys. Here's a quite good looking helicopter. I like the design, I like the styling. It's funny, it's a yacht show, I'm showing you everything but yachts. But we have a lot of cool stuff around, and look at that Maserati boat. It's exactly oh my god, look at that, the little car company. I love that. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. This company, is it the little car company or is it not? It's someone else actually. Headley Studios. All right. Well, I thought it was the little car company, but basically, as you can see, it's self-explanatory. They make little replica versions of amazing cars. Wow, oh my god, this is so cool. But look how beautiful that is. The shapes of this 250. Wow, oh my god. I would buy this for my kid, but I would definitely have one for myself. Unbelievably gorgeous. Look at that. It's truly a piece of art. You don't even have to drive it, or you don't even have to have a kid to drive it for you to enjoy it. You just put it in your living room. Yeah, they look so gorgeous and cute at the same time. And what's that? Bentley? Who makes this? Yeah, Bentley. First edition. So is this something recent or what's happening? This Bentley is more than a car, it's an opportunity to use a piece of 100% Bentley. Wow, 80% scale. That's so cool. That's so cool. So this is actually a Bentley, apparently, or made with Bentley parts. Look at that. Imagine having an 85% scale. Oh, take a look at that Gran Cabrio. Now that's a pretty color, and hopefully you'll see something interesting. But take a look at that, guys, the shapes of this car. It's actually quite successful in my opinion. The whole design, dual-tone leather interior, looks quite good. And look at the carbon fiber. Is that carbon fiber with copper, I believe? Yeah. I will ask them, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And so Folgore is the name for the electric version of it. One of the options, you can also have the Nettuno powertrain, which is the V6, the same one that is mounted on the MC20. And guys, I think it's a pretty looking car. I think it's a pretty looking car, and I definitely would love for a woman, I think for a woman would love this. That's what I'm trying to say. I think it's ideal because it's not too big, it's not too crazy, and it looks super stylish. And here we have a boat. It's the same boat, I believe, on which we were in Saint-Tropez. So it's exactly that one, because there's only one for the time being. And so this is what she looks like outside of the water. Big old Maserati logo over there. He was actually the captain on that boat trip day. Hello. And so take a look at that. Quite a thing. But honestly, guys, I'm really... wow, to see a Gran Cabrio like this in this color, it's quite special because you would think, it's more of a manly car, so you wouldn't really take it. But honestly, Oppa, even as a man, you can appreciate such a pretty color. This rose is so pretty and cool. That's an interesting one, Seabobs. I've always wanted to try one, but they can be quite expensive. But they must be so much fun. Yeah, I mean, so I know you have different models. What changes? Is it just the power or also the range?
So if you're familiar with the old models that we had,
right.
Many captains and crew were really complaining to us about how heavy they were.
All right.
So the main focus was on reducing weight a little bit.
Okay.
The old ones are around 34 kilograms. The new ones are around 21 kilograms. Okay. So that's roughly a 40% decrease in weight.
And how did you manage to shave 3 kilos off?
It's a whole new redesign. So the shape is much more efficient in water. The materials are different, so there's magnesium in there, titanium.
Oh wow! So it's like racing car materials.
It's designed by Porsche.
Wow!
If you look around it a little bit, it looks like a car as well.
Yeah, I can see some lines. All right, and so is this the most powerful one?
This is the FS model, yes.
Right.
So we have the F9 and the F9S. F9S is a little bit heavier because the battery is bigger and the engine is improved.
Right.
But we're talking about 2 kilograms here, so that's around 23 kilograms. That's still a major decrease.
Of course. And so how many knots does it go to, or kilometers an hour actually? Better.
That's the number I know. I can't tell you the knots actually. It's similar to the last one. So the normal F9 model is around 21 kilometers per hour.
Right.
The sporty model, the S model, has around 26 kilometers per hour, depending on the circumstances.
Oh, that's impressive. That's impressive. And I know that the previous model had like a bunch of colored buttons, which I'm not seeing here anymore. So you changed up a little bit the user interface?
These are the entry models, and there will be more customization in the future. If you look at the green one,
sure.
This is the color package,
right?
Which can be booked as an extra.
Okay.
But usually these are like chrome colored.
Right. And so you have some triggers on both sides. You press, or only on that one actually.
Only on the right side.
So only on the right side, you just need to hold that one, and it will go.
Yeah, and if you release it, it will instantly stop. And float to the surface.
Oh, wow! So it's capable with a human, let's say, on it. It's capable to float you and the, itself and you, or will it just float by itself? Because it can be a bit dangerous, right? If you're like heading down and like you lose control, so it's able to float you up, or.
So it has around 10 kilograms of buoyancy. So if you have 10 kilograms of weight in it, it's sort of an equilibrium. But if you're not touching it or anything, it will immediately float to the top. So it's
at least you don't lose. Yeah, at least you don't lose it because it's an expensive piece of equipment. This is how much? 20K? Or?
Oh no, it's we have entry prices right now. Right. So the normal F9 model is around 9,000 euros.
Ah, okay.
Without tax.
Right.
So tax is on top. And the F9S is around just under 12,000 euros.
Under 12,000. Ah, okay, so it's not that bad. I thought for some reason you were around 17, 18, but actually no, right?
No, well, these are entry prices. They will increase sometime next year.
Better buy it now,
huh? Pre-order.
Pre-order. And so you have different modes. It's power modes. Or?
I can show you.
Oh,
this
please,
one.
please.
So this is. I have to remove my sunglasses. So this is now in normal mode.
Right.
We also have the dive mode, which accelerates less. That's the main difference because it's much safer to go down at a slower pace.
Before someone was doing it here.
Yeah, and we also have the sports mode, which goes to 100% power instantly. And that's also what these fins are for. So they allow you to glide on top of the water in sport mode, but if you're more of a diver, you can just push them in, which makes it more efficient in water.
All right, yes.
Also headlights.
These come in handy actually? It helps you to see a little bit at night? Or?
Yeah, so the old one had a camera, or you could equip it with a camera.
Right.
The new one won't have that at launch.
All right, perhaps later on.
perhaps we can't really say anything for sure yet.
And how come did you remove such a feature? People were not using it? Was it just adding weight? I mean, because I would assume it can be interesting, especially if you're in a reef area where you have some cool stuff going on. It can be interesting to bring home some souvenirs. But
well, it's always up to discussion. So
right.
Development is always trying to find the best solutions because, again, the main focus point was the weight. And
right.
We really wanted to keep the weight as low as possible. So maybe the camera will follow at some point.
Right.
Because if demand is high enough, why not bring it on the market as well?
Yeah.
But for now, we can't really say anything about that.
Sure. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you can always stick a GoPro here, but it's going to ruin the whole fluidodynamics. So
that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the risk. Unless it's just someone that uses it on top of the water, like here, and you're not planning on diving.
Yeah.
But it's a fabulous device. I didn't try one of these yet. I tried a lesser version of it. It's another brand. They make something less powerful. And already with that one, I had a blast. Okay. So I cannot imagine going with one of these, which is like the real thing, and with the full power it has, you must really have such a good time. Look, you turn into a dolphin, basically. It's really cool. Well, guys, thanks a lot for the tour.
No
Best
worries.
of luck with the products, and hope you enjoy the Monaco Yacht Show. Well, we now move on to something that is familiar to me, which is these Vespas. So guys, this we have Mare Aperto. This is a creation of my friend Dino.
Hi.
Hello. So basically Dino is not only a Vespa creator, but he's the creator of the most expensive Vespa in the world, which was sold at an auction here in Monaco for the blasting price of 250,000 euros. Now that's not the retail price, that was a charity auction, so of course the price went up that much. But I will show you the product because I think it's something very, very unique. So first of all, the attention to details here is absolutely stunning. And you can see also the quality of the materials that have been chosen. For example, all of this right here, this is nautical tech. Is what you find on riva boats, so to speak. And this, questa è stata fatta su richiesta oppure l'hai fatta tu e poi hai trovato? So this was actually tailor-made, guys. A customer came up to Dino, said, Dino, I love your products. I want you to make me one which I will put on my yacht. Hence, it has to be nautical themed. And of course, that's the name. Mare Aperto in Italian means open sea. And you can see the infinite amount of elements, which of course recall the sea. Let me adjust the camera. The color, of course, and then look at this little touch here. You get a towel right here that you can easily bring along if you go to the beach, so you can dry up. Then the owner actually asked for some upgrades. For example, there used to be a different material here, and some tech has been put also on the top of the tail light, which is really, really cool in my opinion. And also something that will be changed, as the owner asked, he wants some leather grips instead of these rubber ones. Take a look at that, one of my favorite gadgets. That's how you activate the blinkers. And this one is electric one. They also come with a thermal engine, but because this is actually used on a yacht and kept on a yacht and used as a tender in different ports, the owner said, you know what, just give me the electric one, and here it is. Now, talking about the furniture, this is actually a very cool company. It's called Dolce Far Niente, which is this Italian expression that is used to describe a bit this style of enjoying life without being too busy, too stressed. And take a look at this design. Maybe we can speak with someone from the company later on to discuss the materials, etc. But you can see actually that the same material that is used for this fire pit was also used as a stand for the Vespa. And it matches the vehicle quite nicely, if you ask me, with these golden inlays here and there. It looks very airy, it looks solid, but not too heavy at the same time. And look at this table, also absolutely stunning, with actually colors that match, not exactly, that's a bit more blue, this is a bit more aquamarine, but nevertheless a very beautiful theme for a yacht show. And here we are at the end of Rue de la Piscine, where Rascas is, where the Bugatti dealership is. We will proceed that way in just a minute to have a look at some cool cars.